How's it going, guys and geeks? Welcome to Geekend Update. I'm Dakota, and this is the first official episode of Geekend Update, but we actually released our first episode last week. We just didn't have a name for it, but this is going to be called the Geekend Update. And basically what we're going to be doing with this series is we're going to be breaking down the biggest and best news and rumors from around the web, whether that's official sources, whether that's scoops, or other. All of our sources are going to be linked in the description down below. And if you'd like to skip ahead to any of our news items, please be sure to check the time codes right over here. By the way, guys, we're going to be responding to each and every comment you guys give us in the next 24 hours, whether it's on this video or any on our channel. You can leave a negative comment, you can leave a positive comment, or anywhere in between, and we'll respond accordingly. I also want to formally apologize again for the thumbnail. I know that's a cursed image of Jar Jar with a beard, but I was playing on my editing app and that news dropped and I was like, beard. Director James Cameron appeared at CES this past week to announce his collaboration with Mercedes-Benz on the most exorbitant waste of money and time and resources I've ever seen. But it looks really cool. It's an Avatar-themed car. Go check it out.
Welcome to Mercedes-Benz at the 2020 CES.
I wonder if it has heated seats. He also showed some concept art from the upcoming Avatar sequels. It doesn't really show much. It looks very pretty, but I think someone needs to really sit James Cameron down and explain. I don't think he's ever going to hit that much money on a film ever again, at least not with an Avatar sequel, but I'm rooting for him. Just let him know I'm rooting for him. According to an exclusive from Discussing Film, Disney's live-action Peter Pan remake will be retitled Peter Pan and Wendy, and it'll be scheduled to shoot on April 17th in Canada. This is one of those live-action films I think can be adapted really well, but again, we don't need adaptations. Those films are great to begin with. Thank you anyway, Disney. Scott Derrickson, the director for 2016's Doctor Strange, has left the director's seat for its sequel, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, according to Variety. This has been confirmed by both Marvel and Scott Derrickson himself, though he will remain on as executive producer. Whether that is an honorary title or an actual role that he's going to be playing in the film's production, we don't know. But if you'd like to hear our thoughts on why the director left, you can check out our video right here where we break it down. A big rumor going around Hollywood this week is that Christian Bale is in talks to enter the MCU for a role in Thor: Love and Thunder. If Bale is actually cast in Thor: Love and Thunder, that would be extremely exciting. He's an award-winning actor of the highest caliber. While we don't know officially which character Christian Bale is vying for the role of, the internet's been running rampant this past week trying to figure that out. Charles Murphy of Murphy's Multiverse has spoken to a number of his sources that tell him that Christian Bale is in it, and that he is playing a motion-capped character, a mocap. The two most likely characters that Christian Bale is being cast for in a mocap role would be Beta Ray Bill or Dario Agger, aka the Minotaur. Jason Aaron, the writer for the Thor run of comics that Thor: Love and Thunder is apparently adapting, says that he would like to see Christian Bale play Dario Agger, aka the Minotaur, who is one of the primary antagonists in his run of comics. With this news, I've decided to open Comixology and am going through Jason Aaron's entire run of Thor comics. I think it's about 115 issues between all the different series, and apparently it comes full circle by the end, and I'm really excited to experience that as a whole, including the female Thor run that he did. And if I can, I'm going to review that on the channel once I finish all 115 of those issues. I think I got 9 under my belt. Another exclusive from Murphy's Multiverse is the news that the Hawkeye series starring Jeremy Renner, slated for release on Disney Plus in 2021, has been delayed indefinitely. Now, indefinite does not mean that the show will never see the light of day, it just means we don't know when it will begin production again. This news does follow the reported allegations of Jeremy Renner's domestic abuse scandal, though we don't know if the Hawkeye series delay has anything to do with that. According to the article linked in the description, they want to spend most of their time on projects like Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and others before starting work on Hawkeye. Actress Haley Steinfeld is still rumored to be on board as Kate Bishop. This next bit of news is a weird story, but the official D23 site listed The New Mutants, which is a Fox film that has been in production hell for the past 3 or 4 years and is finally seeing release this April. They announced that that film was the seriously electrifying new addition to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And this blew up the internet because why? Why would you do that? Why is this suddenly now part of the MCU? Most likely this was a clerical error or a typo, and the post has since been removed entirely from the D23 website. So no, the New Mutants is not in the MCU. The New Mutants did receive a new trailer this week though.
Together.
If you'd like to check out our reaction, you can click this card right here. Transitioning over to DCEU news, Ava DuVernay has posted an update via Twitter to her film New Gods. In response to a fan asking for an update on New Gods, she said, "Since you asked so nicely, working on the script with Tom King and dreaming of actors. Seeing most of the incredible fan casting that's going on, may in fact be taking some notes." So this tells me a number of things. The film is in very early development. The script is still being written. They haven't cast anyone yet. Now remember about a year and a half back when MCU Cosmic first revealed that an Eternals film was coming, and everyone thought it was a reaction to the fact that DCEU was releasing a New Gods film, the Eternals being Marvel's equivalent. If anything, that just goes to show me that Marvel's Eternals is not a response to DC's New Gods film that was slated, even though the New Gods news was first. It just seems that the production cycle for Eternals is so far ahead of the production cycle of New Gods that I just don't even see the comparison. Still, I'm very excited for this project. I know that the New Gods in DC are far more defined characters than the Marvel equivalent, the Eternals. Both are Jack Kirby IPs, but yeah, we'll see how all this pans out. The second trailer for Birds of Prey has officially released.
Can I help you?
Why, yes, you can. I'm here to report a terrible crime.
A quick update on the Lord of the Rings series before we get into Star Wars news. According to Deadline, Robert Aramayo has been officially cast in the series. Aramayo played a young Ned Stark in the Game of Thrones series, so this isn't his first fantasy rodeo. This follows news from about a month ago where Morfydd Clark was officially cast to play a young Galadriel. Alright, here's a fun little story for you Star Wars fans. According to Jason Ward of Making Star Wars, this gets into rumor territory, so pinch of salt. Beloved fan favorite character Jar Jar Binks is returning to the big screen, or the small screen actually. He's going to be apparently appearing alongside Ewan McGregor in Kenobi, the Disney Plus series slated to start production later this year. According to Jason's source, this will be a older, bearded version of Jar Jar, and he and Obi-Wan will apparently share a scene where they reminisce about old times. Perhaps Jar Jar will reminisce about the time that he let the most dangerous person in the galaxy rule the Galactic Senate. Interesting. This is corroborated by Jordan Mason of Cinelinx, but Jordan says that he will not be the only prequel character to make it into the Kenobi series. This news follows last week's reveal that the next Star Wars series of films may take place in the High Republic, about 400 years prior to the Skywalker saga. More news on that can be found in this video right here. Guys, if you liked this video, if you want to see more Geekend update, or just updates from us in general, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you get more notifications of when we post stuff in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.